Alec, what's going on?
Yes. The world's different now, and I don't just mean my world. I'm in a different place. You may see
Now, are
those
you talking
those
about
long
the
time.
beach around us, or are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah, this beach. Whoa, it's crazy. I don't know. We're supposed to be social
It's
distancing or
supposed to be
whatever, right?
social distancing during
Yeah,
quarantine, but we
because
only
of
have one
COVID
life.
19.
We only have one life, bro. We're out
Yeah,
here.
yeah, YOLO. You know.
We're out here, and who? I don't care who knows it, right?
Uh,
So yeah, we. It's been what 3 months since we posted a video,
yeah, it
something
was
like
in
that.
March, right? So going on 4 months
Going
now.
on
Then
4 months. Yeah.
wow.
And
Yeah,
when we left it, the world was completely different than what it is now. And it was like completely unrelated to everything. It was a coincidence that we suddenly had COVID-19
mm,
disrupting the world, and then we had huge movement and protests going on. It's like so much, so much. But
yeah.
it was
Everything.
actually unrelated reasons that we left. We should have made an update. Honestly, there was no reason not to. So
Yeah, we could have because we still like there were still a couple of times where we like still like got together and just talked and watched stuff, but like a few times. It wasn't just like I was like three or four at least. So,
mhm.
um, but I mean, my even still during that, my connection was still just trash because that was still while I was living at home. So I just moved recently. It was about last month. It was about three weeks ago to about it'll actually be about a month in probably this weekend. And that had been put off a lot due to COVID stuff. Like I was very busy with work still, and in fact, I was never busier. This year's just been insane for me with work, and I know it was been insane for you too,
Mhm.
because you work retail. You work at a supermarket,
Yeah,
so like I can't even imagine what that's been like.
yeah,
Um,
more hours than ever before.
yeah, yeah. For me it was just because everyone's stuck at home, and because I do pest control for those of you who don't know, and everyone's stuck at home, and of course they can hear, you know, everything's wrong with the inside their house, so they call on us, and they call on us something fierce. So in
Mhm.
addition to that, we also weren't able to because all the state offices shut down in March for like a month or more. We weren't able to do any of the testing for applicators licenses that we are normally able to do. So that just like completely stopped any of our seasonal hiring. So we haven't been able to hire the like 20 25 extra people that we normally do this time of year,
Mhm.
which means all that work is on the people that are doing the full-time stuff, and it has been very challenging. I've been burned out basically for like the last 2 months. So it's been rough. And then I decided to move in the midst of it. So
Yeah. So the inciting incident to why we stopped recording is essentially that the connection was just so bad. It
mm.
was at a point where it was like
it
we
was it
stopped.
was it was one of the reasons. Yeah, it was twofold. One, it was the connection from my end was just so bad that like we kept trying to record and something, and it just wouldn't work. It was so bad, like it was almost unsalvageable.
Mhm.
Um, your computer also was another
Oh
factor
yeah.
because you had to like ship it out like to the company or something and get it like all completely um there's something wrong with it. I don't know. You have to had to kept restarting it or something. So
Yeah. So like then it became the logical conclusion. We were just like, let's wait until you move because we know you were moving soon, and
mhm.
then when you get a better connection, we'll come back stronger than ever. But
Yeah,
then when coronavirus happened, then that delayed it further and further. So it just ended up being months of break. When it really was intended, like if you look at our schedule, it was intended to be like 2 weeks break or
yeah,
something, and then it just expanded. But now the connection should be good. It'll be
yeah. It
just
should be.
seamless.
No. The internet. I downloaded like one of the nights. I don't know. It was one of the first nights I set my computer up. I downloaded Persona 4 Golden, and it took like 10 15 minutes.
Hmm.
to download a 9 GB game. So I was like, all right, this is great.
So now I'm the one with the unreliable connection, really. But
Because you're in
we've
a room
had
that's like super far away from your router or whatever, right?
we've had no problems though.
Yeah.
It's but it's just one of those things where it could, if it was like a stormy night or something, or sometimes the internet connection will just drop out,
Mm.
and that's something we'll have to cross if that ever happens. But other than that, we're gonna look at a completely different environment here to where we can just have conversation a lot more naturally without like trying to decipher what you said the last 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And like it'll just be
Yeah.
if you look back at some of our videos from our first year here, it'll be a different time period where you can clearly tell, oh, this is the early days because they have these connection issues.
We're falling apart.
It's a little footprint on there. Yeah, so it's like hopefully we won't have videos straight up just like ruined by connection anymore. It's just we can ruin them by our own words.
Exactly.
We can have full accountability for that.
Yeah.
So, but we're back, and so
yeah.
moving forward though, we want to pick up where we left off. Of course, we want to do a couple videos wrapping up stuff that we left unresolved, and then we want to get back to Survivor. Always a weekly thing we want to do.
Always. Yeah, I've been missing it. I've been telling you, I've been missing watching Survivor these last couple of months here.
That'll always be a staple for as long as we can tell. We're gonna get back to ERBs as well. We want to do more chance times. We want to do more box art battles. All these series we want to get back to.
All of them. Well, and also, it's kind of interesting that the COVID happening also sort of helped in a way free up our schedule, because we had like a lot of movies this summer that we were planning on going seeing, maybe even some game releases. Most of those are still happening, the game releases, that is. But I mean, everything got pushed back. Whole movies, none of the movie theaters are open still. So all of those get like pushed way back to the fall, if they're even going to meet that date now. So that just, we have time to work on some other ideas other things that we were hoping to do. There was some live action Disney stuff that we wanted to continue to go over, because wanted to sort of revisit a lot of that. In the lead up to Mulan, we were wanting to do that, and we were like, we don't really have time to do that because Mulan's coming out in March, and then that just straight up didn't happen. So,
and now we'll be able to have a more enjoyable experience with the guests too, because they won't have to deal with connection issues and whatnot.
Yeah, we can just blame them if it's their fault.
And we do want to try to get into doing more like ambitious movie review series in the future, like we did with Star Wars as well.
Yeah.
So I haven't figured out what our next one will be, but
we've got a lot of ideas. Maybe we should ask some of the fine folks at home if they wanted to maybe contribute. If there's any film series that you're really fond of, possibly ones that we've seen. We kind of want to tackle one that at least maybe one of us hasn't seen, to give sort of that like experience versus kind of fresh look, kind of like we sort of did with Star Wars, because I'd grown up watching them. Zach was a little newer to them, or at least less, had seen them a lot less than I had. So
we got to cover all the dynamics. We have to have a series we've both seen, one we neither have seen, and then one I'm more of the expert on,
and I'm the noob,
and then we'll all be balanced.
Yeah, that's right. Balanced. I'll have to have perfect balance.
But that's a fun dynamic you can play with stuff like this, at least. Because either way, when we do it, we're always rewatching it the week of, so it's not like if Alec has seen a series, it's not just going to come in and just like speak of it from like what he remembers watching it the first time. It's like it's going to be some new things you take away from it each time.
Yeah, there's always new insight that you can get from rewatching stuff, particularly things that you love and are maybe looking at with a different, older eye, or from a different perspective. So, yeah. Yeah,
and I should mention, I'm still in the process of making over my room here, but I did set up my desk I built the desk and put it here, so now I'm in a different cove. It doesn't look as good as it did before when I had games and stuff behind me, but
You have the games and stuff. Yeah, mine's pretty much just going to be. It's not going to probably change too much. I'm probably going to have like more posters and stuff up. Obviously, there's like a whole pile of stuff here behind me. A lot of that, and there's like a lot of stuff actually in the closet over here too. But a lot of that's going to be going on the bookshelf here, which one of my housemates gave to me. But it does have one of the shelves has like a huge warp in it. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can just do with just the 4, and I still might, but yeah, I have a lot still to do, but it certainly is improving over time. hopefully by next recording, I'll have pretty much everything set in stone.
So yeah, I mean that pretty much covers it. We look forward to doing more videos very soon, and hopefully regularly now, weekly. You can expect videos, and yeah, we should have made an update publicly. I did make a tweet actually. If you want to follow us at Tarqaron TWO on Twitter, you can get updates there. But we should have made a video saying it because it just looks like we died like 3 months. 3 months ago, we just gave up on this.
We're just like, yeah, whatever. No, not at all. No, we've been really wanting to come back and do this. So yeah.
Because I haven't had any outlet. Because I have my other channel too, which I haven't done videos on even longer, like half a year.
Yeah.
So it's like therapeutic to have an outlet to talk about all this stuff.
Oh, big time. I mean, I wanted to do because we have done solo videos in the past. So I know you've done some. I did one on Casino Royale. I wanted to do more. I actually wanted to do one on the Final Fantasy VII remake when I finished that, and then just didn't have a chance to do that. I mean, my internet connection was just so bad. It's been a couple months since that came out now, since I've gone through it, and time has played a little bit more interestingly with my opinion on it, and it's actually improved it a little bit, which I was already very positive on it. So.
We also reviewed Solo, a Star Wars story. There was another Solo video we did.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Joke.
And I liked that movie more than you did, I think. If memory serves.
Yeah, it was a bad movie, so.
It's a pretty bad movie.
You're more likely to enjoy bad movies than I am, for sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I don't know what that's supposed to be. What do you mean? I don't Attack of the Clones isn't exactly an enjoyable film for me.
Yeah, but if one of us were to enjoy it, more likely it would be you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know if it is. Yeah. So it depends on the movie, honestly. Like, I'm more generous to other things, but generally I don't know. It's
true. We do have an interesting. There might be some talk on that later, depending on what film series we do.
Yeah,
some of the ones that we've discussed are ones that I am not looking forward to at all because I don't like them.
I would love to have a series. I would love to have a series of movies we just both hate everyone.
or at least we're just miserable the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be an interesting change of pace.
For sure. So yeah, any ideas? Let us know. Any feedback?
Please do.
In general, what you want to see, let us know, and we'll be here. We'll hear you soon. We'll be back.
Yeah.
All right.
Be making more videos. Put them out for you.
This is true, Alec. If you were to recommend one Tarqaron video to our fine viewers of this Corona update video, what would it be?
Go see the Solo review, since you mentioned it earlier. Go see that.
Go watch our Solo film review.
Star Wars, Han Solo origin story that did not need to be made into a movie.
One of the most talked about films of 2018.
I mean, maybe on the late night circuit.
Maybe. Oh man. Okay, that's it. Check it
out. Yeah, that's
right.
it. That's what we gotta.
Just subscribe. Hit the bell.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did this. That's right. Yeah.
It's just a natural thing.
Yeah, that was just a natural thing I just did there. Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you.
Yes.